Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my back to school series for 2020. So for today I'll be filming a video telling you 10 things I think you need to come to university with and 10 things I think you don't need, like point blank period. You don't need these things. They're excess, they are negative, they are baggage, extra baggage that you don't need. And I know that during these times there's restrictions on like packing and the amount of things you can bring to school, and also you just have to be mindful that corona times, not too many things to be brought with you to university because you might be in and out quicker than you thought you would be. Also, you just don't want excess things in your space that dust, bacteria, etc. can build up. You go back to school, flu season, corona times is still prevalent. You know what I'm saying? So I'm using reference from my dorm life. I lived in dorms for 2 years of my university life. Next semester I'll be living off campus finally. But I do have experience with dorm living. Plus, keeping in mind that we're in a pandemic, this is not usual programming, this is different. You're gonna have to operate differently because that's just what we're dealing with right now. So if you'd like to hear what you should bring to school, what you shouldn't, please continue watching, but make sure you subscribe to my channel. We're manifesting and acting to 1K, but also make sure you like this video, it helps me out a lot, and share it with somebody that you think would like this video or need it. All right, let's go. So one, I'm gonna get COVID stuff out of the way. So make sure you have your good dosage and quantities of hand sanitizer, bleach, Lysol wipes, Lysol spray, disinfectant. You need a no contact thermometer. You need masks. You need plenty masks because you're not going outside without a mask. So you need masks. And you need masks for you, and you need masks for people. If you're going to allow people to come into your space, you also need masks for them. So you just need masks for everybody. Act as if you're bringing masks for the school. Just bring as much as you can. I mean, like, it's definitely hard to find these things at this time, but I'd say get creative. We got masks shipped from Jamaica when it was lacking up here. If you have to get creative, call your family members, call friends, ask them what they have, what they don't have, and kind of work together if you can, or source from a different place. But definitely, number one, get a COVID proof kit. Make sure all these things and everything that I say in this video will be down below if you want a downloadable list down below. Number two, I'm gonna say you need things that remind you of home, especially if you're a freshman. I think that was one of the most homey things about my dorm room. But I did have a bunch of pictures from home, a bunch of pictures from different events throughout the year or the year before I came to school, and just memories, family, friends. It definitely makes the dorm feel more like you, feel more like home. So yeah, I'd recommend that. I got like lights that had clothespins or pins on them for you to put the pictures on, and it just was kind of like cascading on the wall in my room. And then I also had picture album. I had a photo album, still have it, of pictures that just couldn't fit in like the square photo, which is what I printed out, and I had that in an album. And then I also had pictures in a frame or frames that people gave to me and that I made. So I recommend those things from home, but I also recommend snacks. Snacks, your favorite snacks. Definitely have a snack stash. Sis, boy, that definitely helped a lot. My family came through, they came through all the time with the snacks from home, your favorite snacks from home. If you're traveling, put it in a suitcase. Make sure it's the first thing you pack. Listen, you're gonna need it. Trust me, it's gonna feel good. Just comfort food, just comfort food that you don't have to cook. Easy, just 1, 2, 3, take it up while you're studying or whatever you're doing. It's just a good feeling to have food that you want and you like. So 3, I would say a water bottle. You need a reusable water bottle. So I have gone through a lot water bottles, trust me. So I'd say bring like 3 if you're one to lose things. You can get plastic water bottles. My preference is thermoses. That's really my go-to, and if I have a thermos, I won't lose it for some reason. If I carry like a Contigo or a plastic bottle like this, I'll lose it. But if I have a thermos, I don't know if it's because it's just bigger and it just feel more serious than a plastic bottle. I just lose the plastic bottles way more. I've lost a bunch of Contigos, and I've only broke one thermos since my college career, and I didn't lose it, I just broke it, and that's why I'm not using it right now. But I have another one, and I've had that for at least 6 months now, so we're going on strong. But yeah, it's way better, it's way more economical, and then there's also access to water in different places, different buildings and so forth. You can just fill up, and it's just way better. So definitely invest in that. I know a lot of people say buy a Burrito, but I mean, you can get a Burrito if you have a fridge and it can fit and stuff like that. But I lived in a dorm, I wasn't able to leave my Burrito in the fridge and feel comfortable with that. And then I had a mini fridge, my Burrito couldn't fit in the mini fridge. So that's why I recommend doing that. And that being your water source, there should be ice machines. I pray to God there's ice machines, and you'll be able to have your access to water and ice, everything nice. The fourth thing is tech cords. So your HDMI cord, if you're an Apple user, you probably don't have an HDMI port. I'm PC, so I do have, but I know a lot of people don't have. So either you get a converter that has the different ports that you are missing, and you also get an HDMI cord. It can be helpful just so that you can have access to bigger screens if you're in. HDMI cord is very helpful if you have a TV, if you want to use a monitor, which can be helpful, seeing a screen better, or if you have access to bigger screens that you want to put your laptop up on, presentation. I know we're virtual now, but for some reason HDMI cords always came in handy. HDMI cords always came in handy, and now that the library, I don't know if that's going to be accessible at my school. I'm not sure about everybody how their thing is going. If you're hybrid, don't know if you can borrow things from the library. So yeah, HDMI cord, outlets, listen, extension cords, you need that. But make sure you check your school's checklist, dorm packing list. Make sure you get extension cords or the outlets that are recommended for your school, and you don't get in trouble, because that's very important. I'd also say get a long charger for your phone. I got a 10 feet one freshman year, and that lasted me entire freshman year. It was so good because there was just not a lot of outlets in my room. There was only 2, I think. So when I was at my desk and not in my bed, I was still able to plug in my phone from there. So the extension cord or the strips are the power strips are very helpful, so that you can get multiple usage. You can use multiple devices and so forth plugged in at the same time, on multiple appliances. If you're just not near to it, how are you gonna use it? How are you gonna charge your phone? My phone, I use it probably the most out of all my devices. So 10 feet charger can help you in terms of using your phone away from a source. It can help. It can help, but definitely I'd say get multiple chargers though. At least two. It's gonna disappear. I'm telling you. So get at least 2. And then I'd say get headphones. I'd say get headphones or earphones. You just need it. I don't know, you just need it. That's I feel like that's self-explanatory, but you just need earphones. You need them. So just get them. There's many different types. Just get one. It helps. So the 5th thing I have is a phone card holder. For my 2 years at school, the phone card holder has been very helpful. I understand if you're antsy, I'd say of everything that you use, your phone is something that you need to disinfect regularly, especially now that it's Corona times. I'd say you can get it, but make sure you disinfect it regularly. And that goes for all your devices, and that goes for your hands, that goes for you, period. Make sure you space and you are disinfected. Thing I would say is local school apps or regional apps. So there's apps for like buses, there's like academic apps, there's eating out apps or dining apps. At my school, you have frequently used our Ithaca Transit, Get, Eatery, My Stop Mobile, and Canvas. So those are a mixture of public transportation apps, eating apps or dining apps, as well as academic apps. all depends on your school, but definitely ask around for apps that people use for their school, for the county, for transportation, that sort of thing. Very helpful to get you around and to get you affiliated with your space. If you're new, freshman and you're new and you're doing hybrid instruction, I definitely think great idea to download apps for your school / your county or region. I wanted to speak about clothes for your weather. Guys, freshmen, you are leaving home and everywhere is not like your house. You're leaving home and everywhere is not like your home. Promise you that. Everywhere is different. The weather is different. Even if you just drive down the road, with how the weather is, it's gonna be different. And be mindful of that. Ask people, please, before you go, just be cognizant of the fact that you are used to a certain weather and experience at your own home. You know, the lowest I ever probably feel in Jamaica is like 22 degrees Celsius. I went from experience the lowest of 22 degrees Celsius to feeling negative 19, or negative 19 feeling like negative 30 weather. Please, guys, just ask people how the weather is, what they wear on a daily basis, depending on the time, depending on the month, depending on the season. Just ask before you go, please. Definitely recommend packing clothes for the weather. Next thing I want to talk about is bathroom essentials. Living in a dorm, it's a public bathroom. Freshman year, I shared the bathroom with probably like 20 or maybe 15, call it 15 girls. There were 3 showers and 3 toilets, 2 sinks, a mirror in there, and I had to have a bathroom caddy. I went through 2 actually, because freshman year I got a plastic one. Sophomore year I had a fabric one. I just don't recommend getting the plastic because it just got dirty quickly and I couldn't wash it per se. Like, I didn't trust that it was clean because I couldn't wash it. And within your caddy, you know, you have the usual, you make sure you have a bathroom slippers. First thing you need in there, bathroom slippers. It's gonna be nasty depending on where you are, but it's just not gonna be your home bathroom. So don't expect that. Expect to want to be in and out quickly and being able to do so in a way in which you're comfortable. I just don't recommend getting the plastic because it just got dirty quickly and I couldn't wash it per se. Like, I didn't trust that it was clean because I couldn't wash it. So I recommend getting this type of caddy. And within your caddy, you know, you have the usual, you make sure you have a bathroom slippers. First thing you need in there, bathroom slippers. And I recommend just getting 2. I mean, I might be OD or I might be excessive when it comes to this, but I do think you can change it out. You should. Just to feel good about usage. You know, just like when you throw out your toothbrush, I think you can throw out the bathroom slippers after a few months, maybe like mid-semester, throw it out and use a new one. You can get like a $5 slippers or a $500 slippers. You can get a $5 slippers, $2 slippers somewhere. Just like, I'm just saying, it's gonna be nasty depending on where you are, but it's just not gonna be your home bathroom. So don't expect that. Expect to want to be in and out quickly and being able to do so in a way in which you're comfortable. If you're living in northeastern weather in the US or somewhere in the northern hemisphere, sis, boy, make sure you are equipped with moisturization. The last thing that I think you need when packing is a plan. Whether academically, financially, personally, you need a plan. Please just take a moment. If you journal, if you don't, if you write, if you don't, if you like to bounce ideas off of people in conversations, whatever your way to do some introspection is, I recommend doing that before you come to university. I recommend just thinking about why you're going there, what you're going to do, and how you're going to do it. But all I'm saying is that in your short term and in your long term time at university, semesterly, monthly, I don't know, have some way in which you are able to go back to yourself and your ideas and your desires from now before you step into the school, and so that you have a record so that you can go forward with that in mind. And it will change, it might change, it most definitely will change, but I'm just saying, have a plan. I recommend getting a planner, and I recommend journaling. I really recommend these. So I'm just going to go through these quickly of the things that you don't need, because like we're not spending a lot of time on the things we don't need because you don't need them. You don't need your whole closet. Please do not bring your whole closet. Now it's Corona times again. I keep on saying this, but it is Corona times. Social events will be virtually, or it was just not going to be as much as it was before. Really think about basics, essentials, what you usually wear. You're probably just gonna wear 10 pieces of things all the time. It happens. You think you're gonna wear all these things, but when life really hits, you're just gonna want to grab for things that you gravitate to and things that are comforting. So I recommend thinking about that. You don't need all of your shoe closet, you don't need all of your clothes. Just really think about being minimalistic. I did a bad job at doing this, so I'm speaking from experience. I did a very bad job. I'm a heavy packer, period. So it's very hard for me to kind of reduce to just my necessities, but I do recommend doing that, please. 2, I don't recommend glassware and china in a dorm. I don't recommend that, and fancy utensils. I really just recommend you have maybe 2 or 3 of each things, and have reusable, and maybe encourage people around you to get reusable right now, because as I said, Corona times, but also it's environmentally friendly to reuse things. So if you can get reusable utensils, it will definitely be great. 3, you don't need a bunch of school supplies and to buy all the textbooks before actually going to class and understanding what it is the teacher or professor requires of you. I really do recommend going to class before you even purchase anything. Maybe a notebook or 2 and a pencil and a pen. Like honestly, you don't need everything that you think you do. I promise you. Go to class first. Because the world is going towards virtual settings, I would say please go to class first. Textbooks might just be PDFs. A lot of textbooks that I had in university so far were PDFs available online that I didn't need to purchase the textbook, or I didn't need to even ask persons that are above you, seniors to you, and also check with your professor and TAs as well. I would say also, unless you really plan to cook, please don't buy a kitchen worth of ingredients and food. If you have a dining hall plan, you're probably going to be using that most. Please don't buy a bunch of food that you're thinking you're gonna cook, but you don't actually have time. 6, I would say a bunch of furniture. Listen, a dorm is not into place. That's one thing I had to get into my head. And honestly, I didn't get into my head until I left the dorm and I realized how many things that I had. Freshman year living in a single that I tried to fit into a double. It's not an apartment. It's not. So if you're living in a dorm, please don't buy a bunch of furniture, excessive furniture that you're not going to be able to have space for. On that note, I would say please don't bring too much decor. Understand if you need that to make you feel at home and in a great quality space. Definitely understand that, but be cognizant of the space size, like literally be cognizant of that. And I'd say just bring anything that is comforting to you and will make it feel homey, but don't bring too much. So lastly, I'd say please don't come to university with a closed mind. Don't come with closed-mindedness. Come being excited and being open to learning about new people, new places, new things, open to thinking about maybe switching your major 3 times, like just be open-minded to what life has to offer to you in college/university, and I think you'll have a great time there. Although the circumstances are not what we want it to be right now, I totally understand that. But I think incoming freshmen and returners as well, I think we can just make the best of it. That's all we can do. We don't have any other option but to make the best of our situation. So yeah, those are the 10 things I think you should bring and 10 things I think that you should not bring to university. I hope those were 10. I really miscounted probably. But yeah, I really hope this video was helpful to somebody out there. Definitely share, as I said, with somebody that you think that could benefit from watching this video. And give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.